So the national anthems are completed. These are our squads, 14-man squads. We start with 5 players and there's 9 interchangeable substitutes. In goals, Philip Irvin, he starts for Northern Ireland with Daniel Rosbotham, who's the reserve goalkeeper. Adam Barr, the captain, is 4, Scott Gunn is 5, Kieran Donaghy 3, John Gibson 2, been swapping a few shirts around according to the initial list. James Gold is 6, Conor Glenholm 7, Craig Taylor 15, Jack McGee is 8, Jonathan Pearce is 13, Danny Stapleton is 20, Conor Miller 10, and Brendan Shannon 17. Jonathan Michael is the manager. As for the Scotland team, who have never lost to Northern Irish team yet, in a couple of ties. Ben Tuff is in goal, Adam Whitelaw the reserve goalkeeper 12, Kevin Hagan is number 3, Paul Simpson is 4, Carl Ballingall is 5, Paul McLaughlin 6, Fraser Smith is 7, Scott Morrison is 8, and the captain Ahmed Alulu is 9, Conor McLaren 10, Yusuf Alulu, got to be his brother, is 13, Ryan Robb is 14, Neil Lawrenson 15, and Joe Andrew is 16. Scott Chaplin is the manager. It's going to be a fascinating match. There's a decent crowd that's turned up here. Free entry for the locals. It's been well advertised around here, and it really should be an interesting occasion. And with me, I'm very pleased to say, joining me is Chris Lindsay, who's part of the Northern Ireland squad here this evening. But you are injured, Chris.
I am
indeed.
Welcome
aboard.
Cheers, Adrian.
First of all, let's get this out of the way. What's wrong with you? Why aren't you playing?
I had cartilage surgery on my knee about 5 weeks ago, so just recovering from that.
Fair enough. Well, Chris, I suppose that's one of the elements of this game. I was watching some of the guys training earlier. They're just having their photographs taken in different corners of the pitch at the moment, so you're not missing anything, as you can see. There is a lot of twisting and turning on here, and it is, I imagine, quite tough on the knees.
Yeah, it is indeed. It's completely different, obviously, the 11 side. You know, it's fast, it's furious, you're twisting, you're turning constantly, so it does put a wee bit of extra strain on your knees. So hopefully the surgeries went well and I'll be back playing in no time.
Looking at the age of some of these players as well, and you're no spring chicken, dare I say, there's some very young guys. The Scottish team is incredibly young, and I know there's been a few issues with Scotland over recent times where they have got basically a very new squad in here, but they're all young kids and all look as fit as fiddles and can run forever. This must be a nightmare sort of team to come up against when you're an older player and these guys are just running for fun.
Yeah, absolutely. As you say, I'm pushing on a wee bit now. I'm over 30. You know.
Apologies, I've only just met you.
Kieran Donaghy's exactly the same. You know, he's older than me. He's the oldest player in the squad, and you know, fresh legs who are quick and can turn it is difficult to play against. But Northern Ireland have went exactly the same. You know, they're a young squad as well with a sprinkling of experience, and so you know that's probably the way forward for both countries to try and grow the game and get the youth players in. Yeah. Sprinkled with a little bit of experience just to show them the way.
Well, we are getting ready. 20 minutes on the clock. We're on a countdown clock, and anybody who's not watched FUTSAL, there's going to be a few new things, and I'm going to be asking you some questions, I'm sure. I mean, just on what happened. One thing I do know is we are on a countdown clock. The clock does stop when the ball goes out of play, and so it's not just going to be all over in an hour or so. This is probably around a 2-hour match. The ball does go out of play a fair bit. There's no boards to the edge. This is like the football that I've played in the sports sense. Like, of course, everybody's playing on 3G and 4G these days, so quite ironic that now we're sort of in a situation where a lot more people are playing 3G, 4G, and of course we're seeing this sort of play. This is an interesting start, and that's the first foul of the match, and that was Carl Ballingall from Scotland getting a great interception there, Chris, and reading the pass, which is probably one of the big things of the elements of the game. You reading what the opponents are going to do next.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you got to be switched on at all times and try and get in there and nick it. Northern Ireland need to be careful here. That's the first foul after 13 seconds. You know, 5 fouls and a half, and you can see the penalty for every foul after that. So you need to be a little bit careful giving away a foul this early.
Well, that one's come off the post, and it's come off a player, sorry, and it'll be Scotland. You know, call it a throw in?
It's kicking. It's a corner at the minute, yeah.
Corner in the corner, so ball back to the point, and an attempted shot from distance blocked. Ball goes out of play. Bit of early pressure here from Scotland. The element of the game is you get a half a chance on goal, let go. There seems to be there. There's a attempt. Fraser Smith there just Finger shot back to Ballingall. Good defending there from Northern Ireland. That was Craig Taylor getting involved. Adam Barr, the captain. Defender. Of course, no offsides in futsal. So we don't have lines, we'll just have first and second referee.
It looks like Northern Ireland are playing a 2-2 here. It's quite a deep line of concentration. They're letting Scotland have the ball in their own half.
Yeah.
Once they get further up the pitch, then they're going to confront them. It looks like they're starting with a 2-2.
So 2-2, 2 at the back and 2 further up.
Yeah.
So is that's more sort of defensive side of things?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. You know, you could play that, or you know, you could potentially play a 1-3, which is slightly more attacking. But
here's an opportunity. Played square and a goal for Scotland. First goal of the match, and well, it was a mistake. We'll have a look at the replay in a second as they come out to take, but here's the replay. And you see this on the screen, Chris, and you can see that was where the mistake was, and suddenly the 2-2, and well, nicely finished, wasn't it?
Northern Ireland just gave the possession away sloppily there, and Scotland have won it back and broke extremely quickly, and that was a good finish in the end.
This is good play from Northern Ireland now, looking to get back on the score sheet, and there's a shot. Just slightly scuffed it. Pretty fast play here. This sport is incredibly fast, isn't it? There's no chance to dwell on the ball.
No, absolutely not. No, it's fast and it's frantic, and you know, you're constantly either attacking or defending. You don't get much time for a break. You'll see here when the ball goes out, the Scottish player gets it in his hands. He's 4 seconds to get it back into play, so you definitely don't have an opportunity for a break.
He's just checking his goal there. I think he did a little hang off the crossbar and the whole thing moves. So just be sure the weight's on there. You don't want that thing falling on top of you. So Northern Ireland just pulling back now into their own half. A mistake there from Paul Simpson, Scottish number 4, under no pressure whatsoever. Clocker stops. 2 minutes already gone. So just one individual error at the back there, Chris, and you pay for it at this level, don't you? You know, one mistake, and you put his own player under pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if you give the ball away, sort of middle of the court or close to your own goal, 9 times out of 10 the other team will punish you, and that's exactly what happened there.
Brendan Shannon. But, ball's lost, and now Paul Simpson. Scotland making a mistake here. Here's an opportunity, and in fact, last-ditch defending from the Scots. They did well there because there was a half chance in Northern Ireland.
But it's good to see Northern Ireland have responded here. They've, you know, a couple of wee half chances there. We probably should have got a shot off since going behind.
If you're watching us live on the Irish FA Facebook page, very welcome. Nice to see you. We will put in the full match up on the YouTube page a little bit later on as well. If you are seeing occasional shadow, there is a big screen that just adds some stuff on here. It's a great move. That's a good save, but not good enough. And Scotland score their second. And well, Chris just took us through this.
Again, the Scottish player does well there. You know, skips past Craig Taylor, and it's a good finish. You know, he's just knocked it around Philip and goals, and he's finished it well. And see, Northern Ireland have moved on to their second rotation now, and they've changed the line.
Yeah.
A few more experienced in that. There are 3 players now who are playing in the Super League in England in this rotation, so it should be quite strong.
So, well, that's a lovely ball over the top. You don't see that sort of ball very often. So is it a little bit like ice hockey that you'll have like a team of players that are used to playing with each other, so you bring in your next batch?
Yeah, you'll tend to have probably 3 rotations.
Right.
You know, so there'll be 4, and you'll completely change line changes every 5 minutes or so, because it is a fast-paced game, and you do need a breather.
Yeah. So with 3 rotations, you get 5 minutes on and then 10 minutes rest. So you
Yeah,
really
well.
do get a good rest. And then we've got it, and here, in fact, here's a Scottish rotation. You can see straight away every player off, every player on. it is unlimited substitution. It doesn't have to be like that. You can take individuals.
Yeah, you can take individuals off, yeah, but 9 times out of 10 most teams will do complete line changes.
Still daylight outside, so you're still seeing a fair few reflections from through the windows out there.
And we've got Danny Stapleton making his debut here as well as number 20 for Northern Ireland. He's just joined the squad and plays for Manchester in the Super League. So be a good experience for him to make his international debut.
Good defending there from Conor Miller, Northern Ireland. Sun just went through into our camera a little bit there, just seeing a few little lens effects there as sun is setting and hitting our camera through the windows. It's they might be indoors, but they're still playing with sun in their eyes. A few players are getting that. Scotland just nice little passing movements here. They're getting their space at the back. Northern Ireland are just holding their half, a little bit basketball tactics almost here. Saying to Scotland, okay, you know, you've got to get through as well. That's a foul straight through the back of the legs there. So Chris, tell us about the 6 foul rule. I presume that will count as one of the 6 fouls.
Yes, that's the second one Northern Ireland give away. So once we get to the 6th one, it'll be a penalty, and then for every foul after that, you get another penalty. So it's costly to give away fouls. You know, you need to stay on your feet and you need to not dive in. And you know, unfortunately, the Scottish centre forwards ruled Conor Miller there and sort of came through the back of him a wee bit. For me, it's a little bit soft, but that's maybe my Northern Ireland head speaking.
That's fair enough. So I'm looking at the scoreboard. So Northern Ireland have 2 fouls against their name. Scotland don't have any yet. So we've only a quarter of the way through. Got to be careful here because you're only allowed 6 per half. An air shot there from Scottish number 9, Ahmed Alulu. Yes, it isn't snowing out there. That's just the sun hitting our camera lens at the moment. But, that will go short. That's a lovely pass through and a lovely little attempted passage of play there from Northern Ireland. Yeah,
it was a little bit better. You know, Conor Miller's held the ball up well, and Jack McGee's made a good run off him. So I think we need a little bit more of that.
Yeah, it's good to see that the Irish heads are just not dropping a little bit. There's an attempted shot. Keeper saved well there. Philip Irvine. Scotland regain possession. Kevin Hagan to the wide. Lovely little skill from the Scottish player. Northern Ireland lose the ball at the back again, and they've paid twice for that. Both goals so far, just individual mistakes at the back for Northern Ireland, and Scotland have pounced.
Yeah, I just think we need to be a little bit more composed on the ball. You know, a few times we've given it away a little bit cheaply, and Scotland have looked to punish and have done twice, and you know, they were close again there. Philip made a good save, so you know, just need to be a wee bit more careful, a wee bit more composed on the ball.
Chris, that's got to be one of the most important things with futsal is you know, your selection of pass, and you know, you're not only looking at your player, but you're looking to see if he's got a man on him, because if you put him into trouble and give him that hospital ball, and he's suddenly, you know, as we saw in the first goal, you know, that you've got to sort of, that's one of the things that maybe the Northern Ireland team, there's a shot distancer that, you know, you will look at, say tonight, and say, look, when there's that situation, we've got to go for a different pass option. You know, we can't give it to a man who's already got somebody on him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, your pass selection's key. You know, you got to obviously. Oh, Scotland have intercepted again. You obviously got to trust your teammates and their ability, but you know, a big part of it is the rotation and the movement off the ball. You know, you got to give players options, and you got to move to draw players out of position to create the space. And you know, if you don't do that, it could be a long night of defending.
Oh, clumsy tackle there from Danny Stapleton on his first international, and that will be foul number 4. They are in big foul trouble now.
Big trouble with 14 minutes, nearly 15 minutes left. It could be a long end of the half.
And this is a very big tactic. This is a big part of the game here that I think novices like myself, really, not so long ago, but you don't realise that there will be penalties. They're not full penalties. There is a second spot out there, which is a little bit further away, so it's called a penalty. It's going to be a shot. He's played it wide, and a miscue from in front of goal. I don't think he was expecting that, actually.
No, it was a big chance for Scotland there. He should have hit the target, should have done better.
Yeah, Joe Andrew.
Northern Ireland just switched off from the free kick. He's rolled it sideways, and the Scottish attackers fluffed his lines, fortunately for Northern Ireland.
Yeah, his body language was almost that he wasn't expecting it, which was unusual. So you'd think that those sort of moves are well practiced and they all know what they're going to do beforehand.
Yeah, absolutely. Set pieces are key in futsal as well, and they'll have lots of permutations and lots of drills.
Yeah. Scotland, lovely short, sharp passes here. They do have a very, very young team out here today. We've got Adam Whitelaw, the reserve goalkeeper, is 30 years old. Kevin Hagan, the number 3, is 37. And just about everybody else is 20, 21, 22, 23. We've got Neil Lawrence, 29 years old. So it is a very, very young team. And the number of caps as well between them is nobody in this squad that's got more than 10 caps. I'm just having a look. In fact, sorry, Ben Tuff has got 13 caps. Everybody else is just a handful. Got Fraser Smith, the number 7, with 8 caps. It is it's a very new team here for Scotland, and it's the
fifth foul now, yeah.
Number 5. So Northern Ireland really in big foul trouble now.
This is when the players need to be disciplined. They need to stay on their feet and not commit any rash tackles or try and win the ball when they've 50-50 chance of winning it. They need to be disciplined and not dive in. Can't afford to give any more fouls away.
Good skill here.
Yes.
Northern Ireland score. And they've got one back, 2-1. And game on here. And I think there's a timeout there being called, but Chris gives you time to run through this goal.
Yeah, no, Conor Miller does well. He's strong, and he plays a great ball to the back post for Jack McGee, who's made a great run. A lot of goals in futsal come at the back post. That ball across the goalkeeper to the back post is vital, and Conor's played a good one, and Jack's made that run in there, and it's a good finish from a yard from Jack.
Really interesting to see second time round. Jack saw that he suddenly had the opportunity, and he was off like a shot, and that was, that's great futsal play, isn't it? Seeing the gap, getting into it, and the ball found him. But what a response here from Scotland! Straight up the other end, and Scotland make it 3-1. And Chris, this is lovely little play here.
You can see there, that's a great block from the number 8 from Scotland. He's led the ball off, and he's blocked off Johnny Pearce, I think it was, which enabled the Scottish player to get into space and get that strike on goal. So it's just good block and good play from Scotland there. Very disappointing from a Northern Ireland point of view to not consolidate that goal, for longer. They've literally much conceded within 10 seconds of scoring, which will be disappointing, and Johnny Michael will be turning his hair out over that one.
Switch off, isn't it? They've got a goal back, they're back to 1, and you just felt that there was just, that energy wasn't there, and great play from Alulu there, scoring the third. No time to rest at all. Scotland leading 3-1. On the right hand side, there's Gibson. He's going to move into front for Northern Ireland. Johnny Pearce.
Here we go, over 2-on-1 now, and it's a good save.
Save there. Goalkeeper's come out, he's gone down injured. I think he's taken a hit in the head there.
Yeah, it's brave play from Philip Irvine there. He's come out and he's smothered the ball. Nice, took one for his troubles.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's just trailing foot, just catches him in the head. But again, it's an interception in the middle of the park, and Scotland break 2v1, and get another chance. And that's where we need to be careful, and we need to learn that we need to keep possession. We can't afford to lose the ball in the middle of the park like that.
Well, if you joined us late, let's have a look at the goals so far. This is a very quick run through of the goals, and lovely little interplay there. And goal for Scott Wallison, who not only did he score the first, he also scored this one, number 8 here for Scotland. Again, very similar move, they stole the ball. Wallison's little pass and a bit of fortune there. Goalkeeper almost saved it. That made it 2-0 to Scotland. And then this is Northern Ireland, and here's the opportunity. Here you see that, well, it's all goals for number 8s at the moment here. This was number 8 Jack McGee. finally. Just getting us the goalkeeper's back up and running. The referee's just about to stop. Get us going again. That was absolutely a wonderful finish. Actually, you've got to take your hat off there.
Yeah,
that
it was
wasn't
absolutely.
an easy finish, was it?
No, it was a great finish in the top corner. Philip Irvine had no chance with that one, and it was good movement and good play from Scotland all around in that goal.
Yeah. Side footed it into the top corner. One of the things you really notice about futsal is the size of these goals. And a lot of sports centres have these long goals with a crossbar that comes up to your hips, and these are proper goals. And it's you actually the goalies have a chance of saving the ones up high low. The pace you see this ball hit at. Just to quickly mention, this ball isn't like it's a slightly smaller football, isn't it? And it's not as hard, so you can. It still hurts if it hits you, of course.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's slightly smaller and it doesn't bounce as much as well than normal indoor balls and footballs. So it's another foul away from Northern Ireland.
Still blasting into our cameraman there, so here we go, foul trouble. So this is the kick from the second penalty spot. So the first penalty spot is that the other blue one that's just behind the referee. So it's not a great difference actually.
No.
And here we go.
Gotta say
no one-step rule.
Every foul from now on is going to result in a penalty, so we need to be careful.
Here we go. Hold your horses. It's a goal.
Yeah.
And it was another goal from number 8. So there's some games where you play where it is a one-step rule. There's none of that here. It's just bang.
No, and obviously, as you can see from that footage, the keeper's allowed to come out and close it down.
Yeah. How far are the goalkeepers allowed to come out? Well, forget that. Goal number 5 for Scotland. They are absolutely rampant at the moment. And we almost missed that one. Let's have another look at this again. Again, another loose pass, wasn't it?
Yeah, another loose pass, and Scotland are punishing them all. They're playing with pace and they're playing with power, and they're punishing all the mistakes that Northern Ireland are making, and it's something we'll need to learn from and need to learn from quickly.
Yeah, you've got to say that Scotland have been absolutely, like when they've had a chance, they have taken it.
Yeah, they've been clinical.
It's 5-1 is not really reflective of the game we've seen, but it's just been individual mistakes at the back for Northern Ireland, and Scotland have punished and scored every time.
Northern Ireland are back to their first rotation now. It's the team that started the game, or the rotation that started the game.
Scotland just sensing relaxing a little bit, just happy to pass the ball about a little bit. The important thing here is to keep purpose, keep the energy, keep trying.
Yeah, absolutely. A 4-goal deficit in futsal, although it might sound quite big, it's really not. With the stop clock and how quickly you can score in futsal, you can claw back a 4-goal deficit pretty quickly, without too much bother. But we just need to up our game a little bit more composure and possession, and be clinical when we get a chance.
Watched the Argentina match last night and see them actually sort of almost give up halfway through it. So it's certainly something that's we're doing, especially under your home fans. Like this match may be beyond them, but there's a lot that can be learnt here. And of course, they won't be playing again tomorrow, so there's a lot of learning to do tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Northern Ireland have only been playing futsal internationally and domestically for 2 years, 18 months, 2 years now. It's a sport in its infancy. There's lots of lessons to be learned, and there's been massive progress from 18 months ago, and it's all about learning and a journey. And they're a young team, they're young lads, and they'll learn from this. This is great experience for them. But again, you're at home in your first international futsal game. You want to put in a performance, you want to put on a show, so they need to keep plugging away and try and claw something back.
Scotland away with the ball, 5-1 ahead. There's a couple of quick goals of what he was trying there. Got to watch out. The scoreboard's not far from there. I don't know how fragile it is, but got to be careful. These balls might be a little bit smaller, but they certainly look as if they hurt.
I can tell you that they sting.
Yeah, I quite like those yellow fluffy ones that look like giant tennis balls. They look as if they don't hit so much. But yeah, this is a proper level ball, and one blocked there by Ryan Robb.
Yeah, it was good feed by Craig Taylor there, and he's let it off the Adam Barr, who's had a go from distance. So it's good block from Ryan Robb.
We're gonna have a kick in. Halfway through this first half, Northern Ireland really in foul trouble now. One of the things is that there are two different levels of fouls, aren't there? There's a level which counts, which basically you got. Yeah, no, all right, I'm wrong. I was reading the rules of FUTSAL, and it was telling me there were certain fouls which don't considered as serious fouls, but that's not correct. No, okay. I was obviously on the wrong website there.
That'll be disappointing there for Johnny Michael. Northern Ireland had a corner there, and then obviously a few routines worked out, but the balls ended up completely back at Phil Irvine, which will disappoint Johnny that they haven't been able to work the routine they've worked on.
I like how the Scots do work in packs. They'll give the Northern Irish team a little bit of a sort of rest, and then suddenly both move in together. You just saw it there that there was a half chance, and they both move forward. And just trying to lure the boys in green into a little sense of security, and suddenly they're under intense pressure. Starting looking to make a few substitutions here. Screen. Clock stops every time the ball goes out. This first half is inspired a little bit actually. I've seen the ball going out too often. Skill there. Managed to.
Oh, a chance.
Here's a chance. Taylor, and that was Shannon there with the shot and goal, and well blocked. Last ditch tackle from the Scotland defence.
He does well to read the ball bouncing off Craig Taylor. He shows good feet and to get half a yard for a shot, but it's a great block by the Scottish defender to keep the ball out. Again, this will be a learning curve for Shannon. It's his international debut as well.
Yeah. Adam Barr takes the corner, comes back to the point. Good save from the goalkeeper. Ben Tuff is living up to his name. He's a tough man to beat. Scotland, but wouldn't be fine if the ball's in the air a little bit. Then, well, this is a great sport for skills and technique, isn't it? But I was on the same website that was giving me bad information about the rules. It was saying that Lionel Messi played quite a lot of futsal in his younger days and developed his close control and his skills. God, what a player! He must be a futsal.
Yeah, no, absolutely, it is. It's a great game for skill development and technique, and you'll find a lot of the South Americans and the Portuguese guys all played futsal when they were growing up, and you can tell.
Oh, a goal from distance for Northern Ireland. He just rolled it into the goal. What happened here?
Yeah, I think Brenton Shannon's in front of the goalkeeper. Maybe puts him off a little bit, but actually looks like he scuffs it a little bit, but it finds its way into the back of the net, so I'm sure Adam will not be complaining about that.
They all count. Adam Barr scores Northern Ireland's second goal. Probably, I think I put the commentator's curse on Ben Tuff. He certainly was inside today and didn't have a clue where the ball was going.
Northern Ireland have given another foul away here, so we have another penalty shot.
Looks like Scotland's number 5, Carl Ballingall, is going to take this one. And it was Scott Morrison who took the first and scored.
Again, I think that was a little bit harsh from the referee. It just looked like Jack used his body to hold the Scottish player off. But the referee sees it as a foul, so unfortunately.
And here we go, Ballingall. Can he score number 6 for Scotland? And in the end, he side foots it. That's a very well taken goal. Real confidence there.
Yeah, it's a good finish. Again, that would be disappointing. I think it might have been 20 seconds between Northern Ireland scoring and then conceding again from Scotland. But we need to keep the heads. We need to keep battling and keep trying.
So 5-2, actually 6-2. I think the scoreboard's not yet updated. 7.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I think the Scottish coach is just pointing that out to the timekeeper there.
Yeah. He's doing one on the time, maybe not on the scoreline. Yeah. At the moment, Scotland have only 1 foul to their name as well, so they've got no foul worries. And this is exactly why fouls are so important, isn't it? Northern Ireland has conceded 2 goals by fouls, and that's going to be another one.
Yeah, Jack's just dwelled on the ball there, and the Scottish players nipped in, and he's done well to wrestle him off it. That's a yellow card for Jack McGee there as well for that foul.
Looks like we got a timeout called here, as Scotland are about to line up their third penalty. 100% success rate at the moment.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's Northern Ireland's called that timeout just to regroup and for Johnny Michael to get a bit of information onto the players and see if we can regroup and get back into this game.
Show me one of the teams, just one of the teams huddling. One of the teams. Well, here's the Scotland team just having their little chit chat, maybe drawing lots as to who's going to take the next penalty. But if you disregard the penalties, the score would only be 4-2. This is so key that fouling out and giving those fouls. It's obviously a big part of the game, and here we are with still plenty of time to go. And Scotland already scored 2 out of 2 on the penalties. There's no chance, by the looks of it, that Northern Ireland are going to get any penalty action in this half. Scotland only got 1 to their name.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and with nearly 7 minutes left,
Show the goal.
we need to be careful with this foul because and he's placed that one over the bar.
Rather human after all, Fraser Smith. But now he's intercepted. It's 1-on-1. Tries to net like the keeper, and it just touches the foot, goes wide. It's a corner, Seamus. Corner. Look where the ball is.
Again, Northern Ireland nearly punished there with that ball into the centre court and intercepted, and thankfully Philip Irvine made a good save on that one.
Nice save from top there. It was lovely individual play.
Conor Miller.
Conor Miller, yeah.
And Conor's playing in the Super League in England for Salisbury, and he's a wee bit of experience and a wee bit of quality, and we'll be looking at Conor and Adam Barr and Danny Stapleton and Scotty Gunn to get Northern Ireland back into this with that experience they have of playing Super League.
Wonderful play there, straight out from the goalkeeper, rounded the Northern Ireland ball. Watch this again, this is lovely play here. But it's the defence that's superb, and number 5 there saved the goal. Scott Gunn. Well, it's nice to see there is a bit of route one sometimes in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes it's effective for the goalkeeper to throw it down the pitch, and you can catch teams off guard, and you're attacking straight away. So it can be an effective tactic for teams as well.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the coverage here on the official FA Facebook page, and that's going to be another penalty. Number 10, Connor Miller on Fraser Smith. Well, so far they're 2 out of 3 on pens.
It's the 3rd yellow card for Northern Ireland as well.
So they've got to be careful, haven't they? Because 2 yellows and red is basically, well, the player's not going to take any further part, but also it's 2 minutes of a man down. And the 5 hits the post. Cole Ballingal. I don't know if it came off the goalkeeper's foot. We'll just watch this again. I think it was straight onto the post there.
Yeah, he's went for the same as before. He side-footed and slotted into that corner the last time, and he's went for it again. He's just, half an inch out.
Yeah.
But no, Connor Miller's reacted well to that as well. The block, the follow-up.
Scotland certainly in the lion's share of possession here. Lovely little ball over the top, and that's not a bad effort there from Connor Miller. Fierce challenge from Paul McLaughlin. 5 minutes to go. Just coming up to the final quarter of this first half. Scotland comfortably ahead here, 6-2. Home nations are going to be here in Newry in November. So England and Wales will be coming along. 3 days of football in the old-fashioned home internationals round robin format. I always used to love that in the summer. It's such a shame we don't play that anymore.
Yeah, it should be a good tournament down here in Newry. It's a magnificent venue. It's only newly opened.
Yeah.
So it should be a great tournament. I'd encourage people to come along and watch England and watch Wales, who would be the best 2 teams in the tournament, obviously. But there's be some high quality futsal on show, and Northern Ireland are obviously hosting, so we'll hope to learn from this game. And
well, Jack McGee just left a leg in there, and Kevin Hagan.
And Jack needs to be careful because he's already on a yellow card.
The referee's giving him the final sort of cut it out.
Yeah, there we go. He's rotating off to get a break for a little bit.
Rest, but meanwhile, Scotland have yet another. So 2 out of 4 so far, and that's saved onto the post. And that's gone out of play.
Yeah,
so
it's a good save from Philip Irvine. He stood up well. He stood up big and strong, and he's got a good hand on it to push it onto the crossbar.
Oh, it's given away again. Good save from the goalkeeper. Irving as well, but it's put away by the number 16, Joe Andrew, and it's goal number 7 for Scotland. There you go. It's that ball, isn't it? It's that passing it into space when it wasn't really on.
Yeah, no, he's tried to play it across to James Gould, and it's been cut out. And Scotty's got back in and blocked the first effort, but he could do nothing for the rebound. So we need to be better in possession. We're giving the ball away cheaply and being punished. So we need to up our game and keep possession of the ball.
9 goals so far in this first half, and Scotland, the patience in there, but the way that Northern Ireland have the ball at the back, will swarm in. It's been really successful for them. This is a nice play from Northern Ireland. Lovely individual run there from number 5 from Stockholm. And that's one of the things maybe tonight, I'm not saying I'm a coach in any way, but maybe tonight when, that's the sort of thing that maybe, we'll see from the coaches, that they say, well, look, when Scotland do press up, that means it's 2-on-2 up there. So instead of playing it square, get the ball further up, see that they're doing that, and actually try and play a dangerous ball up front. Easily said than done, of course.
Yeah, Scotland look to be pressing high, so we need to try and get the ball higher up the pitch earlier. To counteract that, probably force them to sit in a wee bit. If we start to go a little bit longer, it'll force them to sit back a little bit.
Yeah. McLaughlin out to Alulu. He's got a goal to his name. 4 different scorers so far for Scotland. Alulu again looking to unleash the right foot. We've seen that before. This Tom decides to go square to Hagen. Oldest player on the pitch. Won't like me saying that for sure. We'll support there from Northern Ireland. That ball was a little bit of a dangerous ball out to the not really easy to pull that one back. Lovely 1-2 to keep control. Stapleton going wide. Here's Gold. Kicking. The substitution coming up here. Yusuf Alulu. So both Alulu brothers. They've got big lads as well on the pitch. So fed well by the pair of their mother. Growing lads. The two Alulus are on together. Here's Ahmed. Yusuf. 13. Switches positions. Hagen at the back. Hagen's been on quite a while this Finnish team. Seems to be involved in many rotations. And here's Hagen up front now. A little shimmy inside and out. Tries to create a bit of space. Well blocked by Northern Ireland. Having had passages of play where we've seen goal after goal, now we've probably had maybe 4 or 5 minutes where we haven't seen a single goal. So a little quiet period here. 2 minutes comes up on the clock. Scotland putting more pressure on. Lulu tries to find his brother, but that one's a bit of a poor pass and it's just give away ball. Brazil are the #1 ranked team in futsal. Here's a nice move across and just number 4 for Northern Ireland. Interesting, I haven't mentioned Argentina. They're the world ranked #3 team. So, as you say, Spain world ranked #2. It is a very strongly played sport in South America and the Spanish-speaking countries, and then timeout's being called here.
This could be an opportunity for Johnny Michael to get a set piece on what he wants them to do.
Yeah. So the sort of things that get discussed here during these timeouts. One of the other bits of research, there are set pieces that you will have as a team that you'll go in and say, okay, you're going to move here. This is where the ball's going to go. We're going to have a little blindside move, and there'll be almost like diagrams laid out for that you all.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be almost like an NFL playbook. Using American football, Johnny will have worked on 4 or 5 different set pieces from kick-ins or from corners and run through them, and players will know exactly where they need to go and where the ball's going, because they're a massive part of futsal, and lots of goals come from them.
Beeper's gone again. That's spot. Somebody's pressed the wrong button there. We're not going to have another time now, surely. Okay, so that'll be interesting. So it'll be interesting to watch out for that as the match progresses, to see if we get any of these moves. I don't think that was one that, I'm not going to ask you to give anything away from this, but I don't think that was one of the Northern Irish moves. If it was badly executed. No, you're shaking your head, it wasn't one. Okay, good. But, I suppose that's a double bluff there, isn't it? You call a timeout, pretend you're going to do a move, and then down. Save it for later. Maybe save it for tomorrow when it can be a closer match. Coming up to just a minute and a half to go.
Northern Ireland will be hoping to get in here without conceding any further goals. If they can sneak one themselves, they get it back down to 4 goals. Regroup at half-time and give them something to play for in the second half.
Yeah. Lovely little Yusuf Alulu there, just running freely and not being marked. Scotland again pressing so hard.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're not giving the Northern Irish lads any time on the ball at all. They're pressing all over the pitch, and it's paid dividends for them.
Goalkeeper's come out there to intercept that. For Northern Ireland. crowd here watching. Youngsters watching this as well.
There is, yeah. It's good to see, you know, the IFA are trying to develop a futsal program, and it's growing in schools and it's growing in clubs, which is only going to benefit the game here. So it's good to see so many of them here tonight.
Running too far. Yusuf Alulu almost punches the wall. We only just built this building. Be careful. It's just gone out. It's confused our cameraman a little bit there. At least he doesn't have the sun to contend with now. So just playing themselves into a bit of trouble there. 9 goals so far in this match. We'll have a little review through the goals so far. And time is up. So the first half is over. We're going to have a 15. We're going to go back to the changing rooms. We have 15-minute half-time. Well, before you go and we'll just have a quick look at the goals so far from that first half, and also a couple of chances. But let's take us back right to the beginning, Chris. First goal for Scotland.
Yeah, it's probably set the tone for most of the half. You know, Northern Ireland have given the ball away cheaply in the middle of the court, and Scotland have punished them. You know, it happened numerous times, and they were punished for most of them. There's sort of recurrent theme throughout the half where, you know, Scotland were pressing and the ball was given away sloppily, and they were clinical in their finish.
And both times there, it was the counter-attack having given the ball away, as you say. It was just that very fast pressing line. I think we've got some youngsters coming out to play with the FUTSAL at the moment as well.
Again, this is Northern Ireland's goal. You know, yep. Conor Miller does well. Jack McGee, good run to the back post, and you know, it's a simple finish from there. But you know, it's got them back in there at 2-1, and then they concede within 10-15 seconds.
What a great ball that was from Conor Miller, by the way. Really had to be bang on the button there to pick him out.
You can see in that one the block from number 8, Scott Mollison, gives the room for Alulu to get away. He plays a little 1-2 and he sticks in the top corner, but it's that block that makes that goal.
So it was only actually 3, and then we get into penalty trouble. So it's 3-1, and then it's penalties. So this makes it 4-1, and that was Scott Mollison with that was his hat trick. So they've only scored 4, and he scored 3 of them. And then here's a poor ball across again, another interception for Scotland. We've seen this so many times, and you know, they'll score those all day. That was Carl Ballingall.
Yeah, players of their quality, you can't afford to give them those chances. You know, they'll take them 9 times out of 10. And this is Northern Ireland's Adam Bauer with the free kick, and you know, I think Brenton Shannon's in front of the goalkeeper, and yeah, I think he just gets in there. He does well to block the goalkeeper off and just get in his line of vision. And you know, Scottish goalkeeper will not be happy conceding that, but you know, Adam Bauer will take it.
Well, that's one that maybe the Scottish coach might be having a word to say. How will you deal with that next time? Well, that was an unusual side foot goal as well there on the penalty. Like you're expecting it to be hit full-blooded, and just placed into the corner. Nice.
Yeah, it was a nice finish.
In fact, we showed this because here's the same man having another attempt, and this time same tactic, and this time it's the post. So nearly paid off for him. But by this time, Scotland are well away, and in fact, here's another. You know, it was penalty after penalty, and they scored 2 out of 2 to start with. In the end, they actually missed 4 in the end, so it was 2 out of 6, and well, that was a cracking save from Irving. Good reflexes there. Yeah,
he stood up well there and got a good hand to it.
And then here we go, another one of these situations. Northern Ireland with the ball at the back, ball into space. That is, you know. That's not great play, is it?
No.
I don't want for you to criticise your teammate, but you know, I think that was almost like Sunday morning football at times, and it was just a poor pass.
Yeah, it was just.
FUTSAL, you can't get away.
No,
with
you can't get away with that. You know, and I think that's near, you know, a few tired legs and a few tired minds out there, possibly. You know, it's difficult because we have 3 or 4 of the squad here based in England, so they obviously can't train together. with the rest of the squad over here. So, they've been together for a couple of days. This match will stand them in good stead, and hopefully tomorrow, then, with another half to go now, they've, come in, compete, be comfortable on the ball, take care of the ball a little bit better and build on it, give us something to build on to take into the match tomorrow.
Well, we're going to, I'll tell you what, I'm enjoying watching these kids play. So we're going to have a little break on the commentary team, so I know you've got a lot of people who want to talk to you, Chris, you're a popular lad. So we're going to leave the half-time graphic on there. We're going to watch some of these kids have a little bit of a game, and stars of the future here. This is great. This is what football's all about, isn't it? Watching the kids just kicking and running and having a great time. So we'll watch this for a little while. We'll be back with the second half very shortly. Well done, mate.
So welcome back. The teams are coming out, as you can see, having their half-time chit-chats. Chris, what do you think they may have maybe said in half-time? If you were a coach, what would you have said to your boys?
I think we just need more composure on the ball. You know, we've give the ball away sloppily lots of times and be punished for it, and we just need to have more confidence on the ball and more composure and stop giving it away. I think we can press Scotland a little bit more, even though we're playing 2-2 and giving them the ball in their half. Once they do come into our half, I think we're still a little bit far off them, and we're giving them that room to get shots off and to pass the ball around us. So we need to press them a little bit more within our half, and a little bit more composure on the ball from us.
Let's see what happens here in the second half. It's just getting a little bit darker out there as the sun starts to set. It is 8:30 here in Newry, Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland, I'm sure one of the things the coaches have said is that start it 0-0, play this half as a separate match, see what happens with it. Give it your all, put out the mistakes, use it as a learning curve, and that's a lovely shot there from
Brendan Shannon. That was from, that was better play from Northern Ireland. They've capped the ball for probably 15 passes there, and eventually got a shot off, and that's a good positive start from Northern Ireland.
First big chance of the second half. Scotland just throw the ball away there, so move on with the game possession. Ball given away. Here comes Joe Andrew. Joe Andrew tries to take everybody on, and well, he's saying I got the ball, and he got the man at the same time. So first foul. Scotland. I think they only had 2 fouls in the whole of the first half, so that's probably the other thing is from Northern Ireland's point of view, is they can't afford to get into foul trouble again. Just stands on the ball there, just Shannon. He's fighting to get the ball back, and he's got the player, chips over, and a shot, and well saved by Tuff.
Yeah, again, that's better from Northern Ireland, more controlled. Brendan Shannon's unlucky, he stands on the ball, but he does well to win it back. And Conor Glenholmes managed to get his shot off to force a good save, so it's a nice positive start from Northern Ireland in the second half.
Oh, that one's hit me. Well, remember, if that ball comes over here, we've got to try and protect our kick. We've got a lot of technology on our table in front of us. It's a fair bit of money's worth. Ireland pressing up high, and that's good to see Northern Ireland doing this, and they've won the ball back again. Lovely skills on the centre midfield from Glenn Holmes, and Northern Ireland really taking it to the Scottish team, and that's deflected, go for a corner.
Yeah,
well, that's definitely happened at half time, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. They're pressing the Scottish team higher up the pitch. Potentially they've maybe given them too much respect in the first half, sitting off them, and they're now pressing them higher up the pitch and seeing what their quality's like on the ball when they're under pressure.
Yeah, definite difference here for Northern Ireland. They're really attacking the Scottish team. It's another corner saved again by Tuff. Another shot on goal from Northern Ireland, who come out the traps in the second half. All guns blazing. Another little move that was. Fast play there from Adam Barr, trying to release Scott Gunn, who did release the trigger, but it was blocked. That wasn't a good pun ladder there. And Scotland a little bit shell-shocked so far. Scott Mollison, he's got a hat-trick to his name, the Scottish number 8 captain.
See there, Adam Barr pressed the Scottish defender, and he's gave the ball away, but again, then we're sloppy in possession, and they break for their first set piece of the second half.
Yeah. 2.5 minutes gone on the clock. We've not got out and played too often so far. They've been
pretty much 90% Northern Ireland pressure in the second half. Shot on goal. Blocked away. Northern Ireland have a chance on an overlap. And in the end, the corner is conceded. And they'll look to take it quickly. Change their mind. Adam Barr comes to take it. Good to see this, Chris. Played into the centre this time.
Bit of a wild one there, but it's good to see Northern Ireland having a bit of sustained pressure here. They've got probably 6 or 7 shots off in the first couple of minutes of the second half, which is good to see.
Yeah. I reckon Scotland's had a shot yet on target. Oh, no, we've had 3 or 4 at least. Good play, lovely little interplay again, and Craig Taylor there looking to get on the end of that flick, just didn't come off for him. Hope you're enjoying the coverage here. If you are watching this, then we are live here again tomorrow. It's the second match. Of course, this is all a bit of a rehearsal for the Home Nations, which will be taking place here in November. 3 days of the top football. Scotland is England top-ranked team. Played FUTSAL match not so long ago, actually. That's a lovely little interception there. Good tackle.
Yeah, it's good press by Conor Glenn Holmes there. You know, he's done well to win the ball back. He's done well to win the ball back, and he's just hesitated on a shot, didn't get it away cleanly. But that's what Northern Ireland need to do a little bit more of.
Yeah. Again, Northern Ireland winning the ball in midfield. It really has been one-way traffic here. Amazing how the second half has been so different. Northern Ireland have a shot from distance. Is that being given as a handball? Just waiting for the referee. Is a yellow card coming out. I've got a feeling this is going to be a penalty, and this is not a longer penalty. This is going to be a penalty from point-blank range.
Yeah, it is, and
near the spot.
That's good from Craig Taylor. He's showed good feet. He showed good feet to get away from his defender, and he's unleashed one. He's got a great left foot, and you know Conor Glenn Holmes going to step up here. He's Northern Ireland's leading goal scorer. So see if he can stick this one away.
What's going on here? Referees. He's got to be on the correct spot. He wants to take it from even further away. Well, now he's point blank. Almost hard to miss there, really. Just avoid the goalkeeper, which he did. And Northern Ireland 3-1 ahead. Let's look at this again. First of all, put it in the right place. That helps.
Yeah, it's a good finish from Conor Glenn Holmes. You know, he's their top goal scorer for this country, and he's stuck that one away really well. And let's see if Northern Ireland can hold on for a little bit longer after scoring this time.
Oh, off the crossbar from Scotland. Scotland's first shot of the second half. It's amazing. It's a totally different match.
Yeah, no, it's been a really positive start from Northern Ireland in this second half. You know, they've pressed them. Their quality on the ball's been better, and their movement off the ball's been good as well. So they've managed to create a few openings, and they've got that goal to kick us off. So hopefully we can keep that up.
Traps here, absolutely superb. As far as they're concerned, they're leading the second half 1-0. Totally deserved it as well. And here's a run around the back, and that one almost went through. And Conor McLaren, number 10 for Scotland, had lost his man there. There was number 5, Scott Dunn, had his hands to his head there because he realised it was a real opportunity. It was just up in the air. Hope he can get it down. Challenged header you don't see very often.
Don't see that very often, no.
But it does happen. There's no head height rule in this game.
Yeah, it's Scotland here now, sort of lacking a little bit of composure on the ball there. You know, Northern Ireland's pressing them and they're just going long and giving possession away again.
Scotland, obviously, they feel they've got the match won. Tell you what, another goal or two for Northern Ireland right now to make this really interesting. That was just wide. What a shot that was.
Yeah, it's good. Good feed by Danny Stapleton there. He shifts the ball and he gets a shot away. And you know, he's went back post. He's unlucky not to hit the target. And you know, Conor Miller's or Scotty Gunn's inches away as well at the back post.
That's so close. Back on the play here and save. Now for a corner.
To your right, Seamus, to your right. Corner. There you go.
Just trying to do a bit of coaching with our cameraman at the same time here.
I think another positive at the start of the second half. You know, Northern Ireland haven't given any fouls away so far. You know, I think in the first half we were maybe up to 4 fouls by now. We've been a little bit more disciplined when they're out of possession as well.
Ireland looking very accomplished here now. Looks like Scotland are not putting the pressure on us as much as they were as well in the first half. Holding back a little bit, and there is an opportunity now for Northern Ireland.
Keeper's out like a shot. Just get a foot on that, and that will be a corner for Northern Ireland.
Yeah, keeper's done really well there. Maybe just a little bit too much on the ball from Jack McGee over to Conor Miller, but you know, the keeper's out quickly and he smothered it. We've got another corner for Northern Ireland. See what set piece we can come up with here.
Yeah, we've seen that. There you go. We've seen that. That's a popular move, pulling it back, first time shot. They managed to get in. So far they've been blocked a little bit.
Need to get the ball back to the goalie. Cameron's doing a faithful job following the ball. We did tell him to follow the ball.
Fair enough. Well, so far we're a quarter of the way into the second half, and it's been one-way traffic, Northern Ireland's favour, and they lead. There's a great save, double save from the keeper. Irving does brilliantly. And Scotland nearly got back in level terms in the second half.
Yeah, it's a good leg by Scotland there. You know, a lot of pace, a lot of power, gets a shot away, and Philip Irving does really well. I think there was a triple save in the end. He's managed to smother the ball and stop Scotland from scoring.
Goalkeepers getting a little spell out. There's a shot would be outside of the foot there from Conor Miller. And that was an opportunity as well. And again, Northern Ireland playing the pressing game on Scotland. This has been a very different second half. I'd be thrilled.
Yeah, it's definitely been a much more positive start. You know, Northern Ireland would have been hugely disappointed with their first half showing. There's much more like them in the second half.
Substitutions taking place. There's a 6 James Gold coming on. Gunn, that's a goal. That was McGee actually. Fraser Smith comes away with the ball. Scotland trying to just get a bit of ball play themselves. Time really has not been in their favour. Mollison back there, 3 goals to his name. Here's Andrew, scored the 7th goal for Scotland. Substitutions taking place there. Kieran Donaghy, John Gibson coming on for Northern Ireland. Here's Gibson back to Donaghy.
Pierce, 13. Goalkeeper goes a little bit route one, tries to move there quickly. Northern Ireland, Scotland just seem to be, at the moment, giving the ball away very quickly, and Northern Ireland getting a lot more possession in the second half now. They certainly are pressing more. 1-on-1 up front. Joe Andrew found himself all alone up there.
It's a great touch.
Brilliant takedown.
Again, the keeper's done really well there. He's out nice and quick, and he's smothered the shot. But again, much more positive by Northern Ireland.
Really is an entertaining second half. This is. The crowd are certainly geeing the home team up here. Poor ball, and as soon as it goes in the air, then it'll be anybody's game, I suppose. Northern Ireland again with possession. Scotland trying to come away with it, but again there's a peel, and that's another foul. And can you believe Northern Ireland don't have any fouls to their name in this second half? And I think it was after only 7 minutes of the first half, they've gone to 5. They always say it's a game of two halves, don't they?
Yeah, I think that just shows how controlled Northern Ireland have been in possession this half. You know, they haven't been giving the ball away sloppily and needing to make those tackles, and you know, they're keeping the ball much better, and it's almost role reversals, apart from Northern Ireland just haven't been as clinical as Scotland were in the first half.
Yeah. Free
Looks
kick.
like Craig Taylor's going to line one up here.
Free kick to Northern Ireland. Oh, nicely played in the end.
Yeah, that's a move that they would have worked on in training, but the Scottish defence were out quickly and read it and smothered the attack.
Scots appealing for a throw, but referee having none of that. And, well,
Oh, he's drawing another foul from the Scottish defence there, and I don't think the keeper's too happy about that one.
yeah, there's a dramatic fall. Yellow card for the goalkeeper for giving a little bit of lip to the referee there. It was possibly an over-dramatised fall. And well, I don't know what the referee's
never
given.
given a free kick in the first place.
Yeah, he never gave a free kick in the first place after all.
Going by the goalkeeper's reaction, I thought he had given it.
Well, that really was a wasted yellow card from the goalie's point of view, because the referee had seen through that one, and well, obviously Northern Ireland got an iron. You know, Scotland are on 4 fouls, so and Northern Ireland on 0. So Scotland in foul trouble, and you know, we saw it in the first half. This match is not over. A couple of, you know, if Scotland go into foul trouble, Northern Ireland can score again, and then they've got penalties to come. This match could well be.
No, it's far from over. You know, in futsal, you can score in a blink of an eye, and you know, 4 goals is nothing. So you know, if Northern Ireland can draw on a couple of quick fouls out of Scotland here, they'll be right in this game.
Yes, we've certainly seen goals scored very, very quickly here. So far, only 1 goal in this second half, though, to Northern Ireland. And we're coming up to 10 minutes on the clock, so we're nearly halfway through this second half here. It's been unusually low scoring, but Northern Ireland have had lots and lots of pressure. That corner slightly wasted there, really, trying to wrong foot the goalkeeper, trying to maybe score directly from a corner. presume it does happen a fair bit in futsal. If you blast it hard enough, aim it at the goalkeeper, it might go in off him.
Yeah, it's a ploy, but
yes, I think the referees are doing a wise job. I think there's a few green bodies falling to the floor a little bit easily here, and they've got one eye on the scoreboard. In fact, I've just realised that the scoreboard operators adjusted the number of team fouls for Scotland back to 3, so he was obviously a little bit trigger happy earlier on, and so they're not in as much trouble as we maybe thought they were. So only 3 team fouls against Scotland, still 0 against Northern Ireland. Here's Joe Andrew again. It's a little bit darker out there as the sun's well and truly setting here at Newry. Good play from the boys in green. Tough tries to find his man straight away, but that route one ball's not really working for Scotland. They've tried it a few times in the second half and just giving the ball away. Yeah, something went wrong a little bit there on the planning.
Still a bit of a lull at the minute. There hasn't been too much going with action in the last minute or so, minute and a half or so.
Yeah.
Maybe a few tired legs out there, but you know, Scotland's just freshened themselves up. I think Northern Ireland are about to make a change as well, so a few more fresh legs on, and hopefully we can start pressing again.
Scotland pulling the ball. They had a chance there, that ball, and there was an appeal there for a foul. I wouldn't mind seeing that one again. The Scottish team are saying, you know, yeah, they're asking the referee. That was a foul. Well, let's have a quick look at this again. I don't know if we can tell easily. The replay's just a bit late. I don't know if we can maybe pull that one back, but
yeah, the refs give the foul there against Northern Ireland.
9 minutes on the clock. Northern Ireland 3, Scotland 7. But that doesn't tell the way this match is going at the moment, because Northern Ireland really on top. And they scored the only goal so far in the second half. Oh,
hit the post.
That one came off the post, and Alulu was hunting it, and somehow it didn't hit him on the line. Well, that was unlucky for Scotland there. Somehow that didn't go in the back of the net.
Another
handball given.
Scotland, yeah.
And well, Kevin Hagan trying to say it was accidental. I don't think you can get away with it when the ball's travelled so much a distance. Maybe when it's only a metre or so, but not there. Now, well, there's another foul. Now Scotland do have 14 fouls, so they only have one more before it goes to penalty time. So here's a shot from distance. Oh, what a try that was! That was going in.
Yeah, something just a little bit different there. He's tried to say they were doing the same one as they did before, that roll into the wall and set, but he's changed it and tried to dink the keeper, and he's unlucky.
And timeout's been called Northern Ireland. Well, sorry, by Scotland.
Scotland,
yeah. Well, I think, in fact, there's a big round of applause in the arena here, and they're really appreciating what the Northern Irish boys are doing here. And Chris, I think you've got to agree that they've come out. They've obviously had a good chat at half time, and they've come out with the manager saying to them, "Look, let's play this as a separate match. Let's give it a go." And they have well and truly given it a go.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they've come out. They would have been really disappointed with the first half, to be honest. You know, they didn't play anywhere near their potential or where they can play, and they made lots of sloppy mistakes. The second half has been a completely different story. You know, they've been comfortable on the ball, they've been composed, they've created chances, All it needs is a little bit more clinical in front of goal, and out of possession they've been disciplined. They haven't given away any, given away one foul, and they've pressed Scotland and put them under pressure. And this second half has been like night and day compared to the first half, and I think the crowd can see that, and the crowd appreciate it.
Well, they've learnt from the lessons. Maybe we were a bit harsh on them at half time, but at the end of the day, they've gone in and they've learnt from those lessons, and we've not seen a single error at the back of that nature. They really have been very tight with the ball. And, maybe it's also Scotland have changed their tactics, and maybe they're trying a few things different as well.
Yeah, they certainly don't seem to be pressing as high up the pitch as they did in the first half.
No.
But again, there's two new squads. As I said, Scotland have a young squad. There's lots of new players, and they're potentially trying some new formations and new ways that they're going to play against England and Wales in the home nations when it comes about. But take nothing away from our lads. Their second half performance has been good so far.
Very sharp save there from Tuff, who had to be alert, and again real pressure on Northern Ireland. And Shannon did superbly there to win the ball off the Scottish player, and he's actually drawn the foul, and that's the 15th foul and a yellow card.
Yeah, that's great work from Shannon there. He was strong. He hounded the Scottish defender. He was strong. He was powerful. He managed to win the ball back, and the Scottish defenders pulled him back and had a wee clip at his heels. So he's drawn that foul, and Scotland now are under pressure with foul count.
Well, now this is interesting. We've seen Northern Ireland scored their second goal was from a free kick almost at the halfway line. Here they are a lot closer. In an attempt to try and block off the goalkeeper or block off the defenders. I think they're just changing their minds as to who's going to go for it. Squared across. Nice little move that was, but...
Yeah, again, the Scottish defence are pretty sharp, and they've read that, and
they've
made the block.
Yeah. Clip towards an unusual little routine there, but almost came off. Nice to see this from the Northern Irish boys, that they're really showing a lot of inventiveness, and half chance here. And Scotland just a little bit asleep there as Craig Taylor suddenly found himself in a yard of space as the ball came to him. And nice, maybe he could have had a shot a little bit earlier. He certainly had the opportunity, but just a heavy first touch. It gave the Scottish team a chance to get back there. Oh, that's a great cross, but there's no support there for Scotland at all. They seem to be just taking a bit of a breather. I don't know if all the pressure, they've managed to win the ball, intercepted by Northern Ireland. And, well, this really is ebbing and flow football from both teams at the moment. Here's Taylor again.
I think Craig's trying to get the ball onto his left foot at every opportunity. He's got a great strike with his left foot. And, he's trying to get it onto his left foot there and leash one from distance. As we see, he just hesitated. Probably should have got a shot off there.
Yeah, Taylor looking to unleash there. And this second half has absolutely flown by. Lovely ball across the field. Mollison. Hat-trick, scored a hat-trick. 3 of the first 4 goals came from Mollison's boot.
Again, that's good pressing from Northern Ireland, and the ball breaks, and Glenn Holmes nearly gets a shot off, but it's good defending by the Scottish player.
I think the officials are sort of aware. We've got one eye on the fact that any fouls now for Scotland will result in a long penalty. They are called long penalties, aren't they? No. Well, I'm going to call them a long penalty because it's not the short one that we saw earlier. There's a shot from long distance, goes over the bar. That was Conor Glenn Holmes.
No, I think Johnny Michael will be much more content with the second half so far than he would have been with the first.
Yeah, this is they're really taking it to the Scots, and it does really open up for what should be an interesting night tomorrow night here. Same time, same place, 7:30 here tomorrow night. So Scotland don't seem to be pushing men up front. Ryan Robb there, pretty much solo, and Alulu has given the foul away, and that's going to be, he's going to get a yellow card as well.
Yeah, it was great defending in the first place from Adam Barry. He shadowed the ball managed to win it back, and he drove forward with it, and managed to draw a foul out of Scotland, which was resulting in a penalty for us.
So, well, now we're into interesting time. Only one penalty, one foul against the Northern Ireland team, so they've got no penalty trouble. This match could well be interesting. Another 2 goals. Here we go. This has got to go in, really, and it has. 4-7. The celebration, the crowd are cheering. We'll just watch this one again.
Yeah,
this is a nice penalty.
Craig Taylor had a great left foot. He's run up and he's absolutely smashed that one in off the post, I think that was. And keeper had no chance. Great penalty from Craig.
And now suddenly, this is getting very interesting indeed. The referee's going to give a... Has he given a foul against Scotland?
He's given another foul, yeah.
He has. Well.
Northern Ireland have got their tails up now, you can see it in their legs.
Yeah.
They're pressing even harder and higher now, they've got that spring in their step, whereas Scotland have went the other way. And, if we can score this one and keep that tempo and keep that enthusiasm up, then, we're right back in this game with 6 minutes to go.
You can hear the excitement in the crowd. Can he score here? He has! It's 5-7. And now, game is on.
Yeah, it's Conor Miller with the penalty that time. The keeper does well to get a hand to it, but there's just too much power on it. And it manages to go in, so it brings us back to within 2, so it's definitely game on now.
Just looking at the replay there, and Ireland again pressing up high. Only 2 goals in it, 5 minutes to go, but it is a stop clock, remember, so this is plenty of time.
There's loads of time left. Northern Ireland don't need to panic or go chasing. That Scotland are on their foul count, so every foul's a goal, so we don't need to go chasing the game too gung-ho. Keep doing what we're doing, keep composed on the ball, keep moving and keep rotating, and the chances will come.
And the crowd really starting to get behind the Irish team here. They really have. The boys in green are doing really turn this around. 7-2 at half-time, and here's a shot from distance.
What a finish that is!
What a goal!
What a finish that is for Danny Stapleton on his home debut.
Danny Stapleton has pulled one out of the hat. Look at this for a shot. Turns inside and from long range bangs it into the top corner. There's nobody saving that. Northern Ireland 6, Scotland 7. What a game this has become.
Northern Ireland are rampant here at the minute. Their confidence high, they're flying. Shows you the confidence Danny has now. Going through everyone, he's just hit one from 20 yards in the top corner. What a strike that was.
And the crazy thing is, Scotland can't put a pass together.
No,
every time Scotland get the ball, they're just giving it away.
Cheaply, they've panicked, in this complete contrast to what they were doing in the first half.
Yeah, confidence has totally gone. And well, now this really is fascinating. And again, Scotland isolated man up front, and the Northern Ireland are just all over the place. Extra man down the left-hand side. Here's McGee.
And you can see even the movement off the ball from Northern Ireland is a whole lot sharper and a whole lot better than it was in the first half. And it's wonderful what a few goals can do confidence-wise to players.
Yeah. Well, we did say that, what was it, 5 minutes 51 seconds, it was 7-4. We're less than a minute, just about a minute later, and it's 7-6. So goals can be scored very quickly in futsal. We've seen that. And of course, Scotland in massive foul trouble as well.
Well done, Jack McKee's made a great track and run there, and he's managed to get his body in between the Scottish attacker and the ball, and done really well because Scotland were threatening to break there.
Yeah, Irving did well as well. Saw the danger, was out like a shot. Scotland just trying to get their foot on the ball for a second here and just slow it down a little bit. Irish coach is imploring his team to push on. This is great play, and there was a man in the middle. Oh, that was so close. Tries to play it quickly. Scotland well, next goal. If Scotland can try and score and get just 2 goals back in it. And that one's gone out of play, and Scotland give the ball away again needlessly. seen a few of the Northern Irish boys here on the bench getting a bit excitable down there. I don't think they'd have. And that one's just nipped out of play there. Well, Chris, I don't think you'd have. If I'd have said it was 7-6, 3 minutes to go at half time, I think you'd have put a fair. You'd have given me good odds on that one, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It didn't look like it was going to be like that in the first half, but full credit to Northern Ireland. They've come out the second half with a completely different team, and they've taken the game to Scotland, and they've taken their chances there, and they're looking like they're going to go on and win this game. Hopefully I haven't put the scud on them now.
Yeah.
But they're the only team that looks like they're going to go on and score a few more goals and win this game. So just about being a little bit more composed on the ball and waiting for those chances to come.
A few changes here. Scotland just trying to get their foot on the ball, in fact, and possibly doing so a little bit. They certainly were giving the ball away very easily early up, but this is a good interception. There's a 3-on-2 here for Northern Ireland. Ball's gone back to McGee. And, well, scrambled defending from the Scottish team, but it's effective. Northern Ireland start again. Adam Barr, the captain, plays it out wide. Glenn Holmes. Back to Barr. Scotland.
Sure you can hear the crowd now. The kids that are in the crowd are now fully behind the team driving them on here.
Well, there's a lot of young kids here who have, they're going to be able to say they were here at the first ever Futsal International. As this sport has been more and more popular. There's a mistake at the back though, and it's scored by Scotland. And that's, there's a few boos from some of the kids in the crowd here, but there you see, this is, it just catches in between the feet there for Adam Barr.
Yeah, it's just squeezes under Adam's feet, and it's a good finish from Neil Lawrence in there, to be fair. But it's only 2 goals. There's still plenty of time to get back in this game. You see how quickly you can score in, how quickly you can change the scoreline in futsal. So there's no need to panic. I'm sure that's what Adam's telling them there in the timeout. We don't need to go gung ho straight away here. Keep doing what we're doing, and the chances will come, and hopefully we'll be able to take them and get the scores level.
Still plenty of time left. No panics yet. It's been a phenomenal second half from Northern Ireland. They're leading 4-1 in this second half. It certainly ties up for what should be a fascinating game tomorrow, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully Northern Ireland will take great confidence and great heart from the second half performance, and they'll be counting down the seconds till the game tomorrow. To put a few things right. Yeah.
Well, still interesting now because we've still got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, and we've seen corner. Kids are loving it. They're really getting behind the team. Played short. Great save from Tuff in the Scottish goal. Again, more and more pressure coming in. Just been misplaced. Coaches on the Northern Irish bench are imploring their team.
Scotland are sitting there as well. Alan Barr cried up off half the court.
Well, they're appealing for handball there. I don't really think he knew much about that at all. It really was hit with pace. Would have been a harsh decision for the referee to give, I reckon, there. Of course, every foul by Scotland is going to be a penalty for Northern Ireland as well. So that's also an added extra bit of pressure, and Scotland are just not even pushing now. They are all in their own half, and they're saying, look, you've got to break us down. We're just going to hold our spot. Shot from distance.
Yeah, Scotland are just sitting in there. I don't think they can afford to go chasing, and potentially give away any more fouls. They're sitting in there compact, keeping their shape, and asking Northern Ireland to break them down. And so far Scotland are doing a good job. Northern Ireland are being patient, and you know, that was a good effort from Craig Taylor there. A good save from the keeper.
Well, the clock has stopped, so one of the great rules about this form of football, no time wasting really. The ball goes out and the clock stops straight away. That move, that just took a second. 1 minute 38 to go. Definitely enough, easily enough time for 2 goals. As the ball is blocked away yet again. It really has been an entertaining game, and well, the game of futsal, which is really only just sort of breaking its way into the home nations, has been played in certain parts. One of the Scottish coaches was saying he's playing up in Perth since the early 90s. And, I remember watching a futsal international in New Zealand in '96, and quite astonished to see this format of the sport being played. And, good. Oh, that's unlucky there from Northern Ireland. There was a ball on there. Now, just a minute to go. Scotland will try and eat up the clock if they can. Northern Ireland are going to have to put some pressure on here. And in the end, Scotland just rolling the ball out.
Yeah, I think Northern Ireland are trying to get a few fresh bodies on. Oh, it's unlucky there. TDB one from Adam Barr, trying to flick it around the goalkeeper, but Scotland have given it away again. So
Scotland still leaving 3 men in their own half. Clock is into the final minute, 36 seconds to go. It really has been a superb fight back here from the boys in green. But it might be just a little bit running out of time. Scotland are bodies behind the ball. They've got to do something really quickly. This is a half chance. Oh, that needed to go. That was it. Craig Taylor there, just lifting his head up and the ball going high and wide. And now Scotland can just happily run down the clock. 10 seconds. That really was the moment. But well, no matter what the score is here, the Irish team can really, Northern Ireland can really hold their heads up high and absolutely turned around this match.
yeah, they can take great confidence from the second half performance, and you know that'll give them something to take into tomorrow's match.
Yeah. Well, Chris, it's been brilliant to have you on board, sir. I will see you tomorrow. You're not on commentary duty tomorrow. You can spend some more time with your family, who seem to be wanting some daddy time. Look at them, they're loving it.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, really.
2 young boys. Chris, it's brilliant to have you. And just a final sum up, you know, like a game of 2 halves for sure. You know, like Scotland was so impressive in the first half. The Northern Irish boys definitely made too many mistakes early on. They've actually paid for that at the end of the day, at those early errors, but they can really walk off, and they're getting a rousing round of applause here from the crowd. They totally deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. As you say, you know, Scotland were the dominant force in the first half. You know, they pressed the ball, they were clinical, but Northern Ireland were probably the masters of their own downfall with the, you know, the mistakes they made and the silly possession they turned over to Scotland, and they were punished for it. Second half was a completely different story. You know, they dominated the game. You know, they created chances. They were composed with the ball. And it's something they can really build on, and you can tell by the reaction there that the crowd appreciated the second half effort, the second half performance, and you know they'll be full of confidence going into tomorrow's game. And you know I fully expect Northern Ireland to carry that on and go on and win tomorrow's game.
Well, a historical moment here, the first ever Futsal International in Northern Ireland. It's ended in defeat, but well, they certainly can hold their heads up high, and they've come to the audience to give the audience a round of applause. We're going to do it all again tomorrow. We're going to be on the official Irish FA Facebook page. We may even be on BBC Sport. I think they had a few issues with World Cup today, which meant we couldn't get on the BBC Sport website. But it's been a fantastic day. Chris Lindsay, thank you very much for joining us. You can enjoy yourself tomorrow and watch a game. And tomorrow I'm going to have an injured player from the Scottish team, apparently, who's going to come and join me. So that's going to be interesting to see who comes. We will find out. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Chris, great to have you on board. And we're going to close the stream down now.
as we have to head off into the night as the Irish team depart. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye from Newry.